Hi everyone, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa and this is Lisa Abby's Needleworks, a channel about stitching and punch needle, a little bit of quilting now and then, always adjusting my shirt, and whatever else I can throw in my 15-minute video. So I hope you find something here entertaining, something that might motivate you to start something that you've purchased, or let's face it, we all need a little bit of motivation all the time. So, or at least I do. So hopefully this will motivate you. And I do it as a way to motivate myself so that I can have something to share on the next video. And so far it's working out pretty good because I'm getting quite a few things worked on. And I really enjoy the process. So here we go. My dogs are barking at something. So let's get started. This is what I've been working on this week. I pulled out Sampler Hill by Brenda Gervais. This is something that I'm just using my own colors on, color choices. So on this one, I was able to work a little bit more on the hill. I finished the first row and got the second row done. I think there's one more row left to do. Enjoying working on that one. It's funny, I put it in a project bag and put it in my basket, and then I kind of forget about it, and then I work on it and I'm like, oh, that's fun, why don't I work on that more? But I love Brenda Gervais. Okay, and then the next thing I worked on was a pattern that was gifted to me by a friend on Instagram, Gail, and this is called Autumn at Sunflower Ridge by the Woolly Ewe. Got a lot of comments on people that saying they like this, so I'm enjoying working on it. I am just using tea-dyed fabric. So I worked a little bit more on the windows, got the door done. I worked on that cute little star, and then I started working on the border for the alphabet last night. And I always have fears of counting mistakes or whatever, so I thought, well, how the heck am I going to do this? So I started it down here and worked my way up, and it worked out that I must not have had any counting errors on this area because it all worked out. But so I decided, instead of doing the blacked out windows, to do DMC satin in the windows on that. And I'm kind of thinking about doing some back stitching so it looks like there's some divided lights or something in there. But yeah, I love that. I love the color house that I picked. Of course, I don't ever go by the called for colors, so I just either pick what I have in my basket or make a run to Joann's. But okay, and so then another thing I worked on, I went to my local LNS, that's the whole point of LNS. What a ding dong. Anyway, so I went to my LNS, my local needle shop, and it's called Little Creek Needleworks, and it's in Canton, Ohio, and I got to spend some time there on Wednesday. Had a lot of fun looking at all her new stuff that she had. And she had the new Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. So have you seen this? This has just got lots of fun stuff in it. But probably the thing that I liked the very most was a pattern by Joyce Reed, and it's Salem, Mass. How cute is that? So I just could not wait to get started on that. So, and I already have it stitched and finished. It was a very quick stitch. I just picked my own colors and just used tea-dyed fabric from the thrift store again. That's pretty much my standard how I do things. Super cute. Look at that cat. Sorry, I had a coughing fit there. But yeah, super cute. Just love everything about this. I totally think this will be restitched in the very near future. I really enjoyed that. I guess I'm gonna have to get a drink just a second. Okay, so while I was there, I picked up a Stacy Nash pattern that I had just kind of been drooling over. She had the model there and totally loved it, but it kind of intimidated me. It seemed like it was a very big project, and I'm not totally into huge projects necessarily. But there's something about that house and the bunting on the porch and that border. So I thought, well, we're going to try it. So I started that yesterday, and just using some fabric that I tea-dyed and kind of grunged up a little bit more than normal. But I'm liking how it's turning out. Of course, I'm just using DMC and just my pick of threads. It'll be pretty close to what she's got going here because I just love it. But okay, and then the other one that I have been working on, I purchased this pattern a little ways back, and I bought the fabric from the LNS, but I didn't dive in for the fancy floss. I thought, oh, I'll just find some DMC that I like. But then when I purchased it, I kept thinking, oh, you want it to look like this picture, so just do it. So I just kept putting it off. Well, then on Wednesday I decided to bite the bullet, and so I got quite a few of them. Not all of them, but I got quite a few of them. And but then once I unwound it and I saw how little you get, I mean, holy cow, I mean, little. But I thought, well, we're gonna do it, so here we go. And I got started on it, and I love how it's coming out, except my light green is nowhere near dark enough. As I held it up on the fabric, I thought, oh yeah, that'll be pretty, you know. But when you get down to just one strand, it didn't show up. So I'll have to pick something a little bit darker for that. But I do love I love the pattern so far. So do I think I'm ever going to buy fancy floss again? No, because, and I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I hate to downplay somebody's product, especially when I hear, such glowing reports of it. But it tangled the whole time I worked with it. And so, like I said, maybe I'm doing something wrong when I pull it off of this thing. I don't know, I'm just putting my needle under one strand and pulling it out. I thought that's how everybody does it. But yeah, it tangled the whole time. It was a very discouraging stitch. So, and then to spend all that money on it, I'm just cheap. I will be very honest with it. I am cheap on some things. No, most things really. But anyway, I love the pattern, and I figure this will be a learning curve, and I'll be able to make a decision after that. I probably shouldn't judge it so quick on, but I did purchase some new stuff. Let's get on a lighter note. I didn't mean to be a negative Nelly here. So I got another Brenda Gervais pattern. Imagine that. Super cute. And it is called Basket of Autumn Time. Very cute. I picked up a Chessie and Me, which is the first one that I've purchased. And this is Autumn Harvest. Really cute barn. So it was on sale, and I thought, well, sure, let's take that home. And then I picked up another Plum Street, Peace, Love, and Purpose. I've seen this a bunch on Instagram, and there's just something about that house with all those quilt type motifs on it, and the flying geese down here, which is a very popular quilt pattern. And those little people, look at those. Oh, heavens. So, yeah, that's going to be in the very near future. Had a lot of fun with that. Okay. So, I thought I would share a previous finish. I just put this up on the wall the other day. And this was inspired by a Priscilla finish. She had used this sign, and I want to say I saw somebody else on Instagram. Who did I see that had used this? But anyway, I used it for my midnight watch. Pardon me. So, I love how this turned out. I just did sticky board and just made some little straps to hang it by. Okay, more coughing, sorry. So, I guess pretty much the only thing left to talk about is, on my last video, I had shared this little fob. And it was funny, I was embarrassed. I was going to redo the video because I wasn't real impressed with my fob, to say the least. But I really want to start doing more giveaways, and this was the only thing that I had worked on. So I thought, well, what the heck? The one person who wanted it, I'll just throw it in the basket or throw it in the mail. Well, anyway, so I ended up with quite a few little names of people who were interested in it. So I've put them all on. Sorry, I'm getting all choked up here. I put them all on little pieces of paper, and I'm going to use my handy dandy, very high-tech way to draw the names. Here we go. And take one name out, and it is Lori Walt. So, Lori, I will put a message, or I'll put a comment on your comment, and if you just send me your address, I will get that off in the mail to you. Thanks for everybody who humored me and said that they liked my fob, and for the ones who sent me emails and showed me what they had been, some of their fobs. I appreciate that too. That's always nice. I just love to hear more about what you guys are working on, because I can't see you. So it's nice to get to know some people through this a little bit deeper. And so it's been a good thing. Well, now that I'm all choked up and coffee and coughing up a storm here, I guess I will let you go. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I'm planning on going down to the sewing room today and hopefully work on my drum. We'll see. I had plans of it all week, and it's hard for me to make it down into the sewing room when my husband's around, because I want to hang out with him, and so that's what makes cross-stitching so great, because I can just do it right up there in the living room. I can still participate in what he's doing and watching whatever he's watching, which is normally never as fun as YouTube. If he would just watch my shows on YouTube and not his shows on YouTube. Oh well, I'm working on him. But I hope everybody is having some stitchy time this week. Make sure to try to take time for yourself and do some of the things that you've put off doing. And if you do something exciting, send me a picture on my email. Okay, I'm going to go before I start coughing. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you later.